Hanging on your screw, smoking a few. Riding high, we coming through. Riding high, riding high. You done found the right station. I don't know why these niggas hate. I'm just riding high, trying to catch a vibe. Hey, hey. Riding high.
Mic check. Hey, Riding High Podcast.
Yes, sir.
DJ Lil King.
DJ Lil King in the building.
Hey, and a little sip lean.
He's sipping on a drink in the building. He left your baby mama full of children. Riding high. Riding high. They asked him how we did it. He pushed it to the limit. It's DJ Lil King riding high up in the building, and we riding high, riding high. Yeah, they say, man, hold up. Man, what the fuck? I got that 9 talk, don't make me pull it up. Switching these lanes in this candy paint. The lady in the bumper got bumps in the grill. Cause she swinging wide, cause she on these ties. The fifth wheel in the back and it's still reclined. Seat on recline,
hey.
Niggas on no.
Hey.
I'ma take the niggas to the south side, bro. On Saratoga Lane. Slanging real slow. Cupped up the right, now I'm on Everhard.
Hey.
I give them no regard, I play them so hard. These niggas won't smoke while I'm packing up cigars.
Hey, riding high.
Man, hold up. Man, hold up. Man, hold up. Hold up. That's gonna be my word all night is man, hold up.
Get up off your ass.
Riding high.
Smoking good gas.
Smoking gas. Yes. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are we live and in the building, in the mix, and getting it going on?
We live, man. We live.
All right. So this is one that I have personally been wanting to do for a very, very long time. We got our comment section up there. I want to see the comments too.
Yeah, I got you.
This is supposed to be Riding High Sports on a Wednesday evening in Corpus Christi, but we're gonna change it up to a Let's Chop It Up because I have been dying to do this. I have been wanting to ask this nigga questions for an hour, for a minute. We got DJ Lil King in the building for a Let's Chop It Up, guys. Let's give yourself a burn. I want to do it. What button is it? I want to do it. It's the red one?
Yeah. You got to let, yeah, there you go. No, yeah,
there we go. I'm learning shit. I am new to the pressing the button gang. You know what I'm saying? I just got a promotion at work. That's what we would call that. But how was your day, DJ Lil King, before we get into it?
Man, I just been chilling shit. School was supposed to start late today, so shit, I told my little girl, now you stay at home, you ain't going to school, we ain't doing all that late shit.
Yeah. For sure. Well, let's go ahead and get it cracking. So tell me about it, DJ Lil King. Are you born and raised in Corpus Christi? Like, what's the game plan on that?
Yeah, I kind of run a little fast story through that. I was born and raised here in Corpus Christi. Whenever I was first born, my mom still lived with my grandparents, and so I lived with my grandparents, and we lived on the south side at let me see, where was I born? No, when I was born, we lived on the west side in West Haven. Matter of fact, I came out the hospital and we lived in West Haven on the west side. Then I was like 2 years old. We ended up moving to the south side, and then we lived on the south side for probably for like a little while. And then my mom eventually got my mom and dad got their own place, you know what I'm saying? And then we end up living in Treyway apartments. But, bro, and my little girl, she trips out on this, like, being so young and living, like, with my grandparents when I was so young. I didn't call my mom mama.
Yeah.
I called my mom by her first name whenever I was little because, like, we were like brother and sister.
Yeah.
Because we lived with my grandmother. So, literally, whenever I was young, I called my mom Sheila. I didn't call her by mama or mom, or I literally called her by her first name.
Yeah.
It wasn't until...
Like not even auntie or like Auntie Sheila. Like
yeah,
just,
and to this day, I still like my uncles. I don't even call them like Uncle Daryl or nothing. I just like Daryl, you know what I'm saying, or Jamie or something. I don't even call them uncle or nothing like that. Like, and that's only on my mom's side. Like, man, it's crazy. Like, it wasn't until my mom and dad got their own apartment and my dad was like, hell no.
Like young boy, what is you doing? Like, this is your mama. Give her the respect she deserves type shit. Absolutely. So, were you and your uncles close in age?
Nah, you see. Nah, not really. It was like whenever I was born, my uncle, my mom's baby brother, which is my Uncle Jamie, whenever I was born, he was like 14, 15.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like the baby that was in the house, almost like his little brother too, you know what I'm saying? Because like my other uncle and my other uncle, they were already out of the house. My other uncle, shout out RP, my Uncle Donnie, shout out to my cousin DJ and Jeremiah. My Uncle Donnie, he was already like out of the house and with his wife and everything. So at that time, this is probably like 85, 86, it's just my mom and my Uncle Jamie living in the house with my grandparent, with my grandma and my grandpa, and then me.
Okay, so you're the oldest of your mom's kids.
I'm the oldest of my mom's kids.
Okay, any siblings, brother, sister?
Yeah, I got 2 brothers and I got a sister. Shout out to my brother Ricky, my brother Lamar, and my sister Shakia. Hey, y'all in Corpus Christi, y'all know who my brothers and sisters is.
Yes, sir.
Y'all went to school with them when we all went to Carroll, goddamn West Oso. Some of them went to King. She was all over this motherfucking shit.
I went to Carroll with Ricky.
Really? Yeah.
Did he graduate with me or did he graduate?
I think he was a year before. He was class of 2010.
Okay, because I went to school with Rick. He actually taught me how to high jump.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
So like, what elementary school did you go to? Like, and then middle school, elementary, like, what was school like?
In kindergarten, I went to a school called Blanchmore. I started off at a school called Blanchmore. Man, we moved so much. Once I moved in with my mom and dad, we ended up moving so much. But like for kindergarten, I went to a school called Blanchmore. Yeah. But I only went to Blanchmore for like 10 weeks. Yeah. And then
that's not even a full year. That's a semester and a week.
So
the fuck.
So halfway through the school year, shit. Not even halfway through the school year. Like halfway through the semester. You know what I'm saying? Like I ended up leaving and going to a school called Meadowbrook. So I went to Meadowbrook from the rest of kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. Third grade, we moved again. I started off at a school called Sanders Elementary. Went to Sanders Elementary, and this is a crazy story because I was supposed to go to Castores Elementary, but I was going to be on a transfer. Yeah. So being that I was on a transfer, I was going to have to wait for another kid to like leave the school to be able to, for them to have room. You know what I'm saying?
So they were like, I've never heard of a school being like at full capacity.
It wasn't at full capacity if you lived in the district. But being that we didn't
out of district,
it was out of district. Okay. But my auntie lived in the district, and my mom and dad, they were working at the time, and it would just be easier for us to, whenever school was out, to go to my auntie's house because she got off of work at like 2:00. School didn't let out to 3. My mom and dad, they weren't even getting out to 5:00, and we live about 2 miles further than my auntie's. You know what I'm saying? So
that would have been a walk, man.
Hell yeah,
that would have been a journey.
Hell yeah. So then whenever we went to Sanders for like, probably went to Sanders for like 4 weeks. I don't even think we went to Sanders for like 6 weeks. We went to Sanders for like 4 weeks, and then we got the transfers, and we ended up going to Castores Elementary. So I went to Castores Elementary for the rest of 3rd grade, 4th grade. 5th grade, started off at Castores Elementary. We went to Castores Elementary in 5th grade probably for like 6 weeks, and then we ended up moving to the west side of Corpus Christi, and from there I went to Carl Allen Elementary, which is a school in the West Oso school districts.
You know what's crazy? I've never heard of that elementary.
Because Carl Allen no longer exists. Carl Allen is now basically West Oso Elementary.
Okay.
But back then it was like, you had John F. Kennedy Elementary, which was like pre-K through first grade or second grade. Then you had Skinner Elementary. Skinner was 2nd grade and 3rd grade or something. It was something like, Skinner was 3rd grade and 4th grade. Carl Allen was 5th grade and 6th grade. And West Oso Junior High was 7th grade and 8th grade. Yeah. So when I was in 6th grade, I was still in elementary school. We talked about that before. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So like moving around like that, like were you able to like keep in touch with friends and shit like that? Or
hell no, bro. It sucked, bro. I could probably see some of them people that I went to school with, like at Meadowbrook, Blanchmore, Sanders, and I wouldn't even know their faces to this day.
Yeah.
Like we weren't up on like, and people like, I tell my little girl back this earlier today, like, bro, even having a phone back in those days was like a big deal. Like nigga got a cable and a phone. Like nigga, y'all on. Your people's got a cable and a telephone. Y'all on, bro. Like, somebody got to get y'all.
You're not lying, bro. Like you're not lying. Like that's because like when I first got here in 8th grade, like we'll get like, but like phones were like I had my first phone that my brother got me was a singular wireless like little Go phone. Nigga, I kept that shit in my backpack. Nobody knew I had that bitch, bro. Like, you got a phone? Nah.
But I'm talking about like,
but like I get what you're saying.
Even
though.
as a kid, like just having like a house phone.
Yeah,
like having a house phone was a big deal back in the day.
Hey, you gotta call. Hey, hi, Miss. What's her name? Is what's her name home?
Show that respect.
Like, little girl, the little boy on the phone.
But yeah, having a house phone back in the day was like a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So shit, hell yeah, like man, I like growing up like that type shit. Like so, moving to the West, going to like Carl Allen and stuff like that. Like going to West Oso Junior High. Like it was hard. Like I keep a lot more up with the people that I went to like West Oso Junior High and stuff with than I did the people that I went to like Castores and Sanders with. To be honest, I don't remember none of them people I went to Sanders with. Before Sanders, I don't remember none of that. I still remember a bunch of the people I went to Castores with because whenever I left, man, this is a crazy story too. I kind of fast forward a little bit. So I went to West Oso in 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade. In 9th grade, I ended up leaving West Oso like at the beginning of the second semester because I was living in Carroll's district with my grandparents, but my grandpa was a teacher at West Oso, so that's why I was going to West Oso. But I was already like burnt out on it. I wanted to change. I wanted something new. So being that our district school was the Carroll school, I ended up not even transferring to Carroll because I was already supposed to go to Carroll. So I leave West Oso and I go to Carroll. And when I go to Carroll, I reunite with a whole bunch of my friends that I went to Castores Elementary with. Because, you know, Castores Elementary was like right there. Like, so whenever I was in Castores Elementary, we would like see all the Carroll football players like practicing and stuff like that. Like, bro, that's going to be us one day, you know what I'm saying, type shit. And even though I never played football, I did eventually make it back to go to school with the kids that I went to elementary school with type shit.
That's tight. So did you play any sports in middle school or high school?
We'll start off. My first time ever playing any type of organized sports was in 5th grade.
Okay.
I had never played no type of organized sports, no city league, like no city league football, no city league basketball, baseball. Like, bro, as a kid, you just want to play something. Man, you could put me in soccer. We're gonna be out there kicking them goddamn balls as a kid. You just want to do something. Maybe not too much nowadays, but whenever I was a kid, when there wasn't no social media, there wasn't nothing to do. You either gonna be playing outside or you could be playing at the park with your friends, doing something with a coach or something like that, going traveling, doing type shit. So I never got to play shit, even though I always want to play shit. Like my mama just had too many kids and she just didn't have the money for that shit. My people just didn't have the money for us to be playing no goddamn sports type shit. So my first time ever playing some organized sports was in when I was in 5th grade. I played CCYFL football for the Razorbacks. Man, hell yeah! Shout out to my brother. He played on the team. My homeboy Malcolm. Shout out to Chris Owens. Chris Owens was a cold ass running back for King High School. He was our quarterback over there at the Razorbacks. And this is a crazy story too. So whenever I go sign up for the CCYFL, like I'm in 5th grade, my little brother, he's in 3rd grade. So I go sign up. My mama didn't have the money for both of us to play. Ricky was probably like in 1st grade at this time, you know, so he was still young. So I go to sign up to play, and my mama pays all the fees and everything. So they have the tryouts like a week or 2 weeks later. Show up for the tryouts, and my brother's there. My brother Ahmad, he's there, and I'm doing the tryouts. Out with them, and my brother basically told the old white man, like, yeah, my mom basically ain't got the money for me to be out there doing this. So, man, no bullshit. This old white man went out there and went and paid for my mom, paid for my brother so he could play football. And that shit was dope as hell, yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's a beautiful story.
Hell
man.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, because that's a very similar way to how I got into baseball. Like, my best friend, his dad was like, bro, just let him play. We'll pay for the uniform. We'll take care of everything. So growing up, we played CCYFL. What was your first year? Oh, did you ever play CCYFL, or you came a little bit later already? I moved here in 8th grade, so I had my first Texas football was
middle school already. Hell yeah.
So growing up, like obviously sports we wanted to play, but we're like, I like it, but I don't love it type shit. I feel maybe.
I loved it. I love sports. Like I would have played anything, bro. Like my mama just didn't have the money to be putting us in the sports.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So like getting into middle school, right?
Yeah.
So what was middle school like?
Well,
like 7th grade, 8th grade.
Start off in 6th grade. It's 6th grade. So whenever I started playing CCYFL, I'm going to Castores. So I leave Castores and I go to West Oso, and I get to West Oso in 5th grade, and I'm still playing CCYFL, but it's still like 1-2 games left in the season. But we was all right. We wasn't good, but we wasn't bad. So we didn't go to the playoffs or nothing. So 5th grade ends, and there's really like nothing going on. Like, and then I discover like West Oso at Carl Allen, they had intramural sports, bro.
What?
Yes, bro. And I'd never seen no shit like this. So literally there was teams, and after school, they would have the games.
That's crazy.
That shit was so live to me.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a unique situation.
Yeah. So in 5th grade, we're literally playing intramural fucking sports at West Oso. Like, that shit was live as fuck. So 6th grade comes around, and they have intramural sports. But in 5th grade, we did the intramural sports in the playground.
Yeah.
In the blacktop outside. 6th grade comes around, they moved intramural basketball to the West Oso High School gym. Okay. So we playing at the high school gym where, as a kid, I'm going to watch all my favorite players with my grandpa, you know what I'm saying, play for West Oso against all the other teams that they playing. My earliest memory of playing basketball, to be honest, I probably didn't even learn the actual game of basketball until like 5th grade. I was still double dribbling in like 4th grade and shit like that.
Oh, trust me, I see it all the time.
So, man, 6th grade intramural, man, I remember just one game. I can't even remember what our name of our team was. I think we was like the Bulls or some shit. We played against another school, not another school, but another team that's within our school. And I just remember going out there in 6th grade, and man, we beat this team 34-0, bro. And these are all my classmates. And I probably had like 24 of the 34 points. Nigga. I'll never forget that game. And I showed my ass that game. And from that point, I was like, bro, like, I think I got something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in fucking, I think at that point I was like in 6th grade. Hell yeah, 6th grade. So I'm like, bro, I think I got something. You know what I'm saying? 7th grade comes around. Hell yeah, this shit finna be live. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, so what was that 7th grade basketball season like then? Let's stay there.
Well, let's start off with football, because football comes first. So, bro.
Let's talk about this. This is that legendary 7th grade Oso team I keep hearing about, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So 7th grade rolls around. We live. Football season, we go to practice and everything. Football season ain't even started, but we in practice, we killing this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we scrimmaging the 8th graders and everything. We basically killing shit. We still ain't had our first game yet. Like, a week or two before our first game, this was still in what they call it, like, I ain't gonna say preseason. What's it called? Off season? Not off season, but before the season starts. So I guess like preseason, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, literally during the fucking play, during practice, I'm on defense, and the running back comes running the ball, and this little short homie that was on the team, Q, he literally did a block. And I don't even know if this is a legal block today or back then. But whenever I was running, he literally put his head down, and he hit me with the crown of his helmet.
Definitely illegal.
Right in my kneecap.
Definitely illegal.
I fell to the ground, and I didn't think nothing of it. I fell to the ground, and I got up, and whenever I literally got up just thinking nothing of it, and I tried to walk to the sidelines, I'm like, fuck, I couldn't even walk, bro. I had no feeling in my leg. I literally had to get carried to the sideline and all types of shit, bro. So literally like 7th grade, I literally like tore like all types of ligaments in my leg type shit. Hell yeah. I did get to come back like for like the second half of football season and shit like that, but I literally had to wear a brace on my leg for like fucking 6-7 weeks. Like, oh, that shit was
any surgeries or anything?
I didn't have to get no surgeries. I just had to wear that fucking brace. Like it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was. Like this was in fucking 1999, but my shit was like all fucked up inside, but it wasn't fucked up to the point where I had to have surgeries.
So it was just like hyperextension,
something
sprains,
crazy, fucking like hell yeah. But I had to wear that fucking brace that kept my
stabilizer,
and I couldn't fucking bend my leg. I had to sleep with that shit. I had to wear that shit 24/7. That shit fucking sucked like a motherfucker.
Sheesh, I bet, bro. I broke my leg. I broke my tibia, and it said,
"Damn." So
when they went in, I had to get it surgically repaired. So they had to go in and reset the bone, bro. That was crazy because the same shit. Like I was running the ball, and I got hit in the shin. And I get up and like I feel my leg going like this. It was crazy, bro. But but what was the season like? Like, cause I keep hearing about this team.
So see, the season goes, we go undefeated. We don't lose no games. We end up having a tie that year to Aransas Pass, 20-20. So we end up fucking going undefeated. Fucking kill it. Basketball season comes around. We fucking kill it. Go undefeated in basketball season too. Fucking. Oh, this is what happens too in basketball. So in football, we only had one team. Basketball season rolls around, and whenever basketball, the tryouts at West Oso was like weird. They weren't necessarily tryouts. Like the coach basically just rolled out a ball and said, y'all go out there and hoop.
Go play ball.
Go play
Show
ball.
me what you got.
Me and a couple of my homeboys just thought we were just so good and so cool. Like, man, we ain't finna get out there and do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we better than, like, we ain't got to get out there and show our shit. Like, we already know what it is. Like, the coach should know what it is type shit. You know what I'm saying? But he was a new coach. He didn't know none of us type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was his first year there type shit. Shout out Coach Badetta because he was a hell of a fucking coach, man. I got hella love for him still to this day. So whenever the time comes around for him to pick the teams, like the A team and the B team, me and a couple of my homeboys who sat there on the bleachers whenever he rolled out the ball and said, go play, we ended up getting put on the B team.
As you should.
But we kind of
lens of a coach.
But we kind of ain't tripping though, cause we like, man, we gonna be raw as fuck anyways. You know what I'm saying? So B team season 7th grade, we fucking kill that shit. We go basically undefeated. We don't lose no games. Man, our B team was so cold, bro. We probably could have beat our A team. Like the talent pool was just so deep over there at West Coast. So we probably could have had a C team that could have probably beat all the other fucking schools, A teams type shit. Like the talent pool was just so deep over there. Like even at football, like bro, we literally had like in 7th grade, we had 5 starting running backs. And I don't mean like we had like 5 starting, but we had 5 what they would consider number 1 running backs, literally on our team type shit. Yeah. Fucking 7th grade. I don't do no track or nothing like that. I was by the time track season came around, I was like already like mentally exhausted, and plus I had already went through the fucking leg shit through football.
Needed a break.
I needed a fucking break, bro. Like fuck that. So track season comes around, I don't do track. Fucking then summer comes around, I play AAU basketball, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For some janky ass coach.
There's always a janky ass coach in AAU basketball.
Some janky ass coach. Nigga had us selling barbecue plates, acting like he was gonna use the money to buy us fucking uniform.
Nigga bought a new truck.
He was trying to use. He was using the money to open him up a barbecue restaurant.
Fuck the truck. He want a restaurant.
This nigga got us selling barbecue plates, telling us, I'm finna take y'all to H-Town. We finna go to San Antonio, to Dallas. I'm finna take y'all to all these tournaments. And we should have known it was some bullshit because we couldn't even win no games locally. We couldn't even win a game locally, much less a tournament. So he telling us that he finna take us to Dallas, to San Antonio, to Houston, and all this shit, man. Man, that bad enough.
And y'all parents just buying that shit.
Buying it, or Amy's buying it, or Amy's helping us sell the tickets.
They just want a goddamn barbecue, bro.
He gave us tickets. It was supposed to be like a big barbecue sale. Yeah. So he gave us all these tickets to sell. And man, we sold all them motherfucking tickets like, hell yeah. Like, cause we wanted to go out of town. Like, we wanted to be like a real live AAU team. Like, this is like I say, 1999, 2000. Like, we want to be a real live AAU team. So we literally sold them fucking tickets like, thinking like, hell yeah, we finna go out of town type shit, or we finna get new uniforms type shit. Man, that nigga had that barbecue sale. We never had a practice after that shit. We would practice at the Boys and Girls Club. It got to the point where my grandma and them would drop me off for practice at the Boys and Girls Club, and fucking it would just be the team there. Coach wouldn't show up. Next week, fucking half the team's there. Got to the point where it's like the 4th week, it was just me there.
Damn.
Just damn. And the Boys and Girls Club fucking staff basically, I don't think he's gonna come. And like, damn, us just being so young and naive, not even thinking this nigga, he done ran off with the money that we done raised for his ass, man.
And then back then, like, I'm pretty sure some of the parents would just drop y'all niggas off and be like, oh, I'll come back later and pick them up in an hour for practice.
That's how it was, exactly.
And y'all ain't got no goddamn phones.
Nothing.
Y'all don't know these niggas.
Our parents ain't got no cell phones.
Y'all don't know the home phone number?
No, I know the home phone number, but our parents probably ain't going home.
They paid the bill?
You know what I'm saying? They probably going to...
Nigga, they going to the crib.
It's just an hour, so let's go shopping real quick. Let's go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas went to your auntie house and played spades.
Something like that, but like they wasn't fucking like, man, hell no. That nigga pulled some roach ass shit, man. That's crazy. See that that was fucking 20 years ago. I still ain't see that man to this day.
Was it
man.
Bill Miller's barbecue?
Nah, I can't even remember the name of that goddamn barbecue place.
Was it Rudy's
shit.
Barbecue?
Nah, it was a black man, bro. It was a black man.
Of course, that's some nigga shit. That's some nigga shit. How you gonna? I done heard of running off on the plug. How you gonna run off on some 12-year-olds?
Some kids.
Oh, this nigga said, "Hey, Day, I got a plan." Bruh. I'm about to slang these barbecue plates.
That nigga ran off photos, man.
I bet he in Missouri somewhere. So, how did we get from Oso back to Carroll though? Like what led to that?
let me see. So ninth grade. Well, let's go, kind of like going back, but I'll just run through 8th grade right quick. So 8th grade comes around, football season comes around, we fucking kill it. We go undefeated. We have a tie to Odom. We tie Odom 12-12. That was like, so within the 2 years that we were at Oso, we never lost a game. We only had 2 ties, and the ties that we had in 7th grade, we had a tie against Aransas Pass. We turned around in 8th grade and beat them. We had a tie to Odom in 8th grade, but we had already beat them in 7th grade. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So every team that we did tie, we did beat them one of those fucking years type shit. And see, at that time, Grant was the kings of fucking CCISD.
We still are.
Shit. And bro, we would always reach out to fucking Grant and try to schedule like a game with fucking Grant, and they never wanted no fucking smoke with us. We sure did. Like, so I don't know who was on that Grant squad in fucking 1999, man, 1997, 1999, man. But man, we wanted all the smoke over there. Oh, so y'all did not want the smoke. Our coaches reached out to y'all coaches, man, and y'all never wanted the smokes. But yeah, so basketball season comes around, and basically the coach, he always made it seem like there's a chance to move up. And you know what I'm saying? If you're not doing well up here, your chance to move down, you're going to move down. Man, that shit was set for the 2 years. But in 8th grade, I was killing this so fucking hard. Like, the CCISD tournament comes at the end of the season. In 8th grade, I was fucking killing that shit so hard. Coach said the B team season ends, and then the A team season keeps on going because they have the CCISD tournament. Coach says, you're going to play with the B team for the rest of the season, but as soon as the season's over, I'll move you to the A team. You go into the CCISD tournament with us. I'm like, already bet. Man, CCISD tournament comes around, I'm starting. Live, we out there killing shit. First game, who we play? First game, Caffey. They had lost to Caffey the year before. In 7th grade, they had lost to Caffey in the CCISD tournament. So we go seeking revenge. Caffey, we killed them in there at Caffey, killed them by like 30 points. That was on Thursday. Friday, come back. We play against. Damn, I think I tell the story all the time. Friday we play against Grant. And we didn't know who Grant was at this time, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Game was at Martin Middle School, Friday, like at 6:30 at Martin Middle School. We went to school that day, got out of school, rode the bus to fucking Martin. Whole day, we finna kill these white boys. Man, we finna smash the fuck out these white boys. Grant don't fucking stay. Who the fuck is Grant, nigga? We ain't fucking white boys from fucking where? The lakes? We finna kill these boys.
Bunch of munchkins showed up.
We walk in Martin Middle School fucking gym, nigga. Grant's is a whole bunch of niggas.
Munchkins. Whole bunch of munchkins over there.
Grant ain't nothing but niggas. Ain't got no white boys on the team.
Hold up. You know where all the white kids go during Grant basketball season, sir? Back, because even when I got there, like, yeah, we had a couple of white dudes on the basketball. I didn't play basketball, but I watched the basketball team. Really? Yeah, it was nothing but munchkins and Hispanics. That's what is the Grant basketball team. Yeah, they was out there doing cross country and shit.
Really?
Unless your name was Bryce.
So we get out there, and I think we end up winning the game, but we only won the game by like 2 or 3 points. And I ain't gonna say we won the game because of this, but close to the end of the game, one of the Grant dudes ends up shooting the ball in our goal. So I think the game was like tied, and he shot the ball in the wrong goal. The points went to us, and they fouled us, and we hit like a free throw, and that was the game type shit. Like,
that's crazy.
And that was a good ass game. I still remember the dude. I ain't gonna even say his name. He my homie. I don't even put him out there like that.
What's his name?
I still remember that. Shout out to my homie Palmer, man. Shit. Yeah, Palmer, you did that. You know Palmer? My boy Palmer, man. Goddamn, man. He redeemed himself when he got to high school, though.
Let me just make sure I'm thinking about the right one. Does he like to party in the 361?
I think so. He's about my age.
About your age.
Maybe a little bit. He's probably my age. Yeah, hell yeah.
He may or may not be a basketball coach right now. Right?
I ain't seen Palmer like 10, 15 years, so I have no idea, man.
I think we talk about
But that was my dude whenever we got to high school. That was my homie, man. Shit, man. But yeah, he shot the ball in the wrong goal, so we end up fucking beating Grant. We come back fucking Saturday morning. We got to play 2. If we win Saturday morning, we got to fucking play in the championship Saturday night. So Saturday morning, we show up. We at Grant. Tournament finals was at goddamn Grant. We playing against Grant in the fucking finals and shit. We playing against Cal Allen in the semifinals at Grant. We beat Cal Allen. They had this one white boy. He was LeBron James before LeBron James.
He ain't put nobody in the rim.
This is another thing we thinking. Cal Allen. we finna do them just based upon the name alone, Cal Atlas. Bro,
they can't hoop
We're
with
in
us.
8th grade. They had a white boy who was probably like 6'3", and he wasn't out there dunking or nothing, but he was like, just give me the ball and we go.
Give me the ball and get out the way.
Win. Give me the ball and get out the way.
Give me the ball and get out the way. Hey, you know he was saying on the bus ride, I got something for these niggers today. Oh, Larry Bird jab step. Larry Bird jab step.
And man, he showed up, but we ended up getting him, man. We ended up getting Carolina, so that lines us up in the finals, the CCISD tournament finals against goddamn Tom Brown. I don't want to say they were like the previous champions from like the city, they won city in 7th grade, so they were going for a repeat in 8th grade.
Tom Brown is always good in basketball.
So we played fucking Tom Brown, and that was like my homeboy Alan Coleman and Joe Cuellar. They were all on that team and shit like that, man. And man, that was a real good game, tied the whole fucking way. And at the end, oh damn, I was only supposed to leave this part out. Tied the game. It's like 41-41. There's probably like a minute and 30 seconds left. And Tom Brown, we go up for a layup or a shot. We miss the shot. They get the rebound, and they go down court. And there's a fat dude who hadn't been in the game all game standing at the three-point line. And we basically thinking, let's go get her to go for the rebound because this dude ain't been in the game the whole game, and he's
a
fat.
sniper.
He ain't made shit. Bro, we didn't even guard him, bro. I'd be lying if I said we guarded him. We didn't even guard him, and he literally stood on that line. He got the ball passed to him, and I'd be goddamn, he sniped that motherfucker.
Bro, I see, again, being a ref, I see that shit all the time. Like, I literally saw this one game where this little girl, she stood under the basket all goddamn game, right? But when the moment came, that rebound came off, they hook and chuck that bitch down there, bro. She caught it. She traveled and turned. She put up the shot. Bro, I was so proud of her.
Oh,
I was so proud of her.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that I had to call her for a travel.
And my homeboy Rico, he was going to Tom. My homeboy Rico, he was going to Tom Brown at the time, and he says like that tournament final was on a Saturday. He says like that Monday at school, that dude was like the fucking hero type shit. So let me finish the game though. So he makes that three. It's probably about a minute left. We take the ball out, fucking, we go down court, and fucking homie Joe Vaughn, Delco, man, he was in 8th grade, he was on our team, and he was probably like 6'2". So we pass him the ball down low. He does a drop step, and whenever he does a drop step, he goes up, he makes the layup, and the ref blows the whistle. So we're like, hell yeah, and one game's tied up, you know what I'm saying? He called a fucking travel, bro. And that was...
I see it all the time.
Tom Brown got the ball, and basically we fouled him, and they didn't make but by that time the game was already done. They beat us by like 3 or 4 points. I still remember like 45-41 or 44-41.
And I'm gonna tell you why he got called for that travel.
Because they were CCISD, and there was no way that they was gonna let a goddamn CCISD a school, a West Oso school, take the CCISD tournament. That might not have been it, but that's what we felt at the time.
But I'm gonna tell you what it was. What it was on that drop step, he probably slid his pivot.
Oh yeah,
because it happens all the time in middle school basketball.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, like when you're that age, right? You think if I just keep my foot on the ground, it's not a travel.
Yeah.
But if your pivot foot slides, that is a travel.
Yeah.
Because although it didn't leave the ground, it still moved with the ball in your hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that little nigga traveled. And they probably didn't want you said y'all were playing Grant at Grant?
No, we was playing Tom Brown at Grant for the CCISD tournament championship.
Nah, nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming from Grant, they hate Tom Brown more than y'all. So it was a travel.
But the refs weren't Grant refs. The refs were just regular people like y'all shit. But we just felt like at the time we like fuck it, like we they weren't gonna let us win that fucking tournament. That's how we felt at the time.
And hey, 19 what
this was in 2000.
Oh, it's 2000. Ain't too long ago. It might have been
March of 2000, man. So we get on the bus going back to West Oso, fucking like 9:00 at night, and man, we from the hood, man. And the coach, like, we didn't realize it at the time, but the coach is all on the bus basically like crying and shit, like basically like saying like,
I'm proud of y'all type shit.
But this is my last hoorah with y'all. I've been with y'all for 2 years, and we basically on the back of the bus, like almost like low key laughing at the coach and shit. Yeah. But looking at back today, like I see why. Like that team never played together ever again. Like When we got to fucking high school, some of us went to different high schools.
Yep.
Some of us didn't even. Some of them cats didn't even want to play basketball by the time we got to high school. You know what I'm saying? So now, years later, I see why he was crying whenever we got on the bus. That was his last game that he was gonna get to coach us.
And what the crazy part is like all coaches, no matter how long they coach, they have that one team that'll go, brother, tell you what, this team right here, they would have kicked all my other team's ass. And who knows, y'all might have been that team for him, you know what I mean?
Hell
like we don't
yeah.
know his whole career, but like it seems like, because you said he was new there, right?
That was his second year because he was there in when we were in 7th grade and 8th grade was his 8th grade year.
Yeah,
and
so y'all are his first, like if it was like high school or college, like y'all are his first graduating class.
Yeah, his
there.
first class.
Like y'all are his babies. Especially that 7th grade, like y'all being there for both of his years.
How does CCISD do it? Because I know at West Oso, like your 7th grade coach is going to be your 8th grade coach, and whenever you leave, he goes back and becomes a 7th grade coach. So, like, I think at CCISD, your 7th grade coach is a different coach than your 8th grade coach.
You got to remember, I went to Grant. So, when I was there, like, the boys, they were under Tim and Tom Sweet. So, we got both of them niggas. But
and they were both 7th and 8th grade head coaches?
One was the head coach, one was the OC. But I think one also let the 7th grade, but I think they also let Coach Diaz do the 7th grade. No, we had 7th and 8th grade coaches.
Okay. Already.
But, like... Once the seasons were like in the 7th grade coaches just stuck with the 7th grade for basketball, football, whatever. But Tim and Tom oversaw everything.
Already.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, even in football, like our 7th grade football coaches were the same coaches that we had in 8th grade. Like when we got to 8th grade, like we thought when we get to 8th grade, we're gonna have the coaches who the 8th graders when we were in 7th grade, they fucking suck. Like, so we gonna have them as coaches. No disrespect to them, but that's what we was thinking. But whenever we got to 8th grade, we had our safe 7th grade coaches. We were like, hell yeah, this is what's up. So we finna run this shit back. And then basketball season comes around, and our 7th grade basketball coach, he was basically our 8th grade basketball coach. So I think that shit was live.
I think they also did it like that because the basketball coach himself wanted to keep it like that. Like, hey, bro, like this is a good group. I want you in charge of them type shit. So 8th grade basketball season comes, don't do track. So now, what are we doing now that our sports career at West Oso Middle School is done? Being DJ Lil King. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I started, probably like around that summer, like around summer, 8th grade, like summer 8th grade going into 9th grade is whenever I started doing music and shit like that. But it wasn't nothing real serious, just fucking around.
Yeah, that's what I really want to get into. So, like, how did the music start? Like, because now, like, DJ Lil King, like, doing the Riding High podcast, doing the Smoke Walk, DJing at the ABC Center, like, getting invited to podcasts and all these cool and amazing things. Like, how did that first start? Like, because I know the first time you scratched a record, that shit did not sound amazing.
Nah, hell no. I was gonna make a post on Facebook, like, bro, like a couple of while back, like, bro, if you have some of those early DJ Lil King mixtapes, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Those weren't the best. The quality on them was amazing, but man, those mixes, some of them motherfuckers was horrible. Yeah. I go back and listen to them today. I'm like, bro, how did I even put that shit out? Like, that shit was like, listening to it back then, it was live. Yeah. But now it's like, nah, that shit was horrible. So if anybody got to do more big tapes, I apologize to y'all.
So, like, how did it start though? Like, was there always like because like, how did you go from like, because most people, they want to be the nigga on the mic, they want to be the rapper, the singer, that guy. Like, how did you feel like how did you find like DJing was your lane?
It goes back to West Oso in 6th grade.
Okay.
At West Oso, I know it ain't like this at CCISD, but at West Oso, soon as you hit 6th grade, everybody wants to be in the fucking band. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, at West Oso, I don't give a what you is, the punk rocker, you the hood dude, you the sport dude. Everybody in 6th grade at West Oso, they want to be in fucking band. So everybody gets in band, and obviously all the dudes want to play the fucking drums.
Okay.
So fucking 7th grade, I try out. No, I didn't even get to try out. I can't remember we tried. I don't even know what the fuck we did. 6th grade, we did like I don't know. I think they did tryouts. I don't remember what the fuck they did. But 6th grade, I got through on the fucking trumpet.
The trumpet, nigga?
Like a motherfucker, bro. And I fucking sucked at the fucking trumpet. So fucking 7th grade fucking comes around, and when 7th grade comes around, I try out for the drums, and fucking that's whenever I fucking end up finally making the drums. So 7th grade, 8th grade, I'm fucking doing the drums. In 9th grade, I ended up doing the drums too and shit like that. So I think the music kind of like started off like just with just the West Oso culture, because going to the West Oso football games, you know West Oso band gonna show their ass.
Yeah.
Everywhere you see West Oso, the Buck Parade, you know they're gonna show their ass. You know what I'm saying? And they was always like listening to the radio back then all that Master P to make them say, it ain't my fault, Silk the Shocker. And West Oso was playing this shit. So as a kid, you're Facts. So we want like I want to be a part of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to play the shit type. So I want to say my music journey probably starts off like probably 7th grade, probably like playing drums for West Oso. Like that's what got me into like music type shit.
Okay, and then when was the moment that you played band in high school at all?
Yeah, at West Oso was like 9th grade. I was in band. I did the drums. I did like the football season and all that. I was
so you were out there on the field,
and all
so
that
can you
shit.
still march?
What you mean, like today?
Like, nigga, could you on your freaking Devin Miles shit?
I'm pretty sure I could. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have no problem doing it, but I probably wouldn't be able to do a whole parade. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure, like, I still have drumsticks and shit like that. I still fuck around with the drums and shit. Like, I don't have no drum sets, but I still fuck around with like drumsticks and shit like that. Fucking So in 9th grade, fucking playing the number 2 drum at West Oso, fucking. And then I ended up leaving West Oso, and we'll get to this too, but just to get this part out real quick. So whenever I leave West Oso, I was in band, and I left West Oso like the second semester of 9th grade. And whenever I leave West Oso, Mr. Melton, he was the band director, bro. He was like real like sad that I was like leaving, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like damn near like a protege of his. Like I was a freshman, and I was killing shit on them drums type shit. So whenever I got ready to go to Carroll, he called Carroll and put in a word for me. Like, I can't even remember drumline, but basically he called the band director and Carroll said, "Hey, I got a hot ass drummer that's leaving West Oso. He's going to your school. Take care of my kid type shit." When I get to Carroll, like it's a big ass band. It's almost like college. Like, but the thing was at West Oso, it wasn't required for. I don't know about for the people who played the horns and shit like that, but it wasn't required for drummers to learn music. We hear the beat. Boom, 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 boom. Hear that shit by ear, and we got it. Play it maybe 2 times, and we got it.
Yeah.
At Carroll, they're putting a piece of music in front of me, telling me play this, and I'm Devin
took
Miles.
the rhythm
I'm
and
lost.
soul out of it.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm lost. I'm like the nigga on drumline.
Yeah,
it was
Devin
drumline.
Miles.
It was straight up drumline.
Yeah.
Like when I got to Carroll, like it was just like drumline, bro. Straight up. I got to Carroll. The word was that I was this hot ass fucking drummer, and I was, but I was exposed. Yeah. Straight up. Like there's no other way to say it. Just like he was exposed on drumline, I got exposed. When they put that music in front of me, I didn't know how to read it, and I was exposed. So fucking like. They end up basically taking me to like, I would end up going to like remedial band. And I was the best fucking drummer on Carroll's drumline, but I didn't know how to fucking read music. So they end up
you real life have a Devin Miles story. Like that nigga got the A&T, showed his ass on the band captain. Yeah. Band captain got salty. What happened was your nigga called and said, "Hey bro, that nigga the shit. You need to put him on your A1 drumline." He said, "Nigga, shit, read this shit." 800, the boy can't read.
Yep. So fucking after that, bro, like, and it just band at Carroll just wasn't cool. Like band at West Oso, like
it didn't have that soul to it.
It didn't have the soul. Yeah. No soul at all.
It was just like burp.
Nigga, we went from playing Master P to Elvis Presley.
Nigga. Hey, he said, hit him with a little bit of Flight of the Bumblebee.
Bro. And then whenever they put me in the remedial shit, I was like, oh, hell no, I got to get the fuck up out of this shit. So I got out of band at fucking Carroll as soon as I could. Fuck that. I probably did like a month, 2 months in band, and I was like, nah, hell no.
That's crazy. So what is your time like at Carroll? Like, still, like, I'm guessing we're like still
basketball season was almost over. And whenever I left West Oso, I knew my grades wasn't in order because I had basically missed like a lot of fucking days of school. Just going through the process of leaving West Oso to go to Carroll because I had to get a note because I was living with my grandparents. So basically my mom had to fucking basically say that she gave custody to me to my grandparents. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of shit.
A lot of fucking loopholes that we had to go through. So I probably missed like a whole month of school just trying to get into Carroll, just leaving fucking West Oso. So I probably missed like a whole fucking month of school. So whenever I did get to Carroll, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, that shit, the classes was like night and day. Like, that shit at West Oso was fucking semi-hard. This shit over here at Carroll's like, nigga, I'm fucking lost type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, imagine that same feel. Like, at least your shit was in the same state, bro. When I got to Texas and had to look, bro, when I heard they got them tax tests, that shit almost took me out. Nigga, I had to take that bitch 4 times to graduate. I get it, man. Because that was the first time I ever heard of goddamn honors classes.
Yeah, all that shit. Hell yeah.
Oh, I got like prestige in this, I'm like, you gifted and talented. The fuck is that?
And these are regular classes. You know what I'm saying? So fucking at Carroll, I was kind of like, got like behind like real quick. But whenever I left band, I got enrolled into athletics, the basketball class, which was 7th period as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in basketball class, but it's something like, how could I say it? Like, when I was in middle school, I never had athletics. So in 7th grade, I never had athletics. Like, some of my homies had athletics 7th period, so they would do 7th period athletics, and then right after athletics, we got football practice. I had a regular class 7 fucking period, and I was kind of glad because I looked at it like, y'all niggas got double practice. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it. Like, I'm glad I got a class 7 period. And my 7 period class was choir, but I'd rather have choir than have double football practice.
And that's because freshman year, like, athletics was 7th period. So nigga, like, if you during football season, nigga, your asses get your pads on that whole goddamn 7th period, you out there practicing. Bell rings, then you see the varsity come out there and start practicing.
But hold on. Let's talk about after football season, after basketball season, when it's track season, what is football doing?
Nigga, them niggas work. Nigga, them niggas out there working
out there dying.
Nigga. Yeah, bro, we was out there getting our ass kicked. Yeah, bro.
So, that's what I'm saying. So whenever off-season basketball, I'm in athletics, and I'm thinking, hell yeah, athletics, basketball. Like, yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of basketball drills, but we're going to be playing a lot of basketball. Nigga, I get in athletics. Nigga, we don't see a...
You ain't seen a basketball until preseason, nigga. You out there bench pressing. You out there goddamn curling. You doing push-ups. They gonna get your ass in shape, nigga.
Bro.
Like, bro, because...
I ain't seen a basketball.
You ain't seen a basketball, nigga. Bro, I remember like the craziest situation I like was going from my freshman year to my sophomore year in the athletic program, right? Because I'm like, okay, football off season, cool. We about to just do some football shit.
Yeah.
Right? Nigga,
707 or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, we out there doing goddamn quarter eagles. We out there running 400.
Damn near like boot camp.
Nigga, it really was. Nigga,
it was
crazy.
Boot camp. Like, offseason, like, fuck.
But then, like, the crazy part about, like, when we came into that next year, like, when we went up against niggas, like, oh, y'all niggas tired.
Yeah, hell
nigga, we ain't tired.
Well, see, this is my story. So whenever I'm in athletics and we not playing no basketball, I ain't seeing no basketball.
I'm out.
No, I'm not out. I'm still in athletics. But one day I can't remember. I think I may have like skipped or something. I may have had to go to the nurse or some shit. And I passed by the gym. And them niggas is in there going hard. And this niggas that ain't even in PE. And this is the PE gym because we doing athletics in the big gym and they doing PE in the old gym. So I passed by the old gym and them niggas in athletics, in PE is hooping hard. I'm like,
the fuck? What are we doing?
What the fuck? So I start skipping athletics to go hoop in the gym with the PE kids. Literally. Fuck that. I'd rather play basketball than lift these fucking weights. And when I'm not even thinking about the grade, bro. I'm not even thinking about grades or nothing. I'm thinking about
you failed athletics.
Fuck those fucking weights. I'm trying to fucking hoop, nigga. Like,
you failed
athletics. I came to Carroll to hoop, nigga, not to play no fucking basketball. I mean, not to fucking lift weights, nigga. At West Oso, nigga, because the thing, and you gotta remember, I come from West Oso, which was a program like Whenever I was a freshman at West Oso, they were on their third trip to state.
Yeah.
They had went to state when I was in 7th grade. They went to state when I was in 8th grade. And whenever I was a freshman, I saw West Oso play for a state championship game. So they lost. So whenever I go to Carroll, I'm kind of like cocky too, because I'm also like, nigga, I come from a championship program. Y'all niggas ain't won shit in forever. Like, what the fuck is we doing?
Yeah.
So it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way that Coach Bell, who hadn't won shit, had us doing all this offseason shit whenever Coach Campbell, who was at West Oso and had one hella shit, didn't even have us doing this bullshit at West Oso. We gonna hoop. Offseason, we gonna hoop. Yeah, we gonna lift a little bit of weights, but the whole athletic period ain't based upon us fucking lifting fucking weights. Like, he knew how to balance it. He knew how to make it fucking...
He knew how to teach y'all
We gonna work and
basketball.
have fun.
Yeah.
And with Coach Bell, it was just straight work, bro. And that shit wasn't fun. Like, it was boring as fuck. Like, it made niggas not even want to go to athletics, bro. I don't know if that's how football was, but basketball was like, I don't even want to go to this shit. I want to play basketball. Like, fuck that.
I can't speak for everybody, but I genuinely kind of look forward to it because because at the end of football season, I didn't want to run track.
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely hated running track.
Already.
But Coach Arredondo would make it his life's mission every year to come find me and put my goofy ass on the track.
Coach Arredondo or Coach Kanye? Y'all didn't have Coach Kanye?
No.
Already.
I had Arredondo all 4 years.
Already.
He's the principal now. Shout out Coach Arredondo.
Already.
Or Principal Arredondo. But I want to get into this music shit, man. That's where my heart is at. I'm trying to figure out like.
So that's kind of like basically where the sports journey ends, though.
Yeah.
Like right there, like fucking. So I come after 9th grade. Excuse me. Summer rolls around. I don't play no AAU basketball that year. I'm like kind of like just, I ain't gonna say thugging it, but just hanging out with my homeboys who were like 17, 18, and we just smoking weed all day type shit. Just chilling, fucking just thugging it. I ain't not even thugging it, but just vibing. Just vibing in the fucking streets type shit. Hanging out at Crestmont Park and Pebble Park, just fucking smoking and playing basketball. Like, that's what we want. That's what you do when you're 15, 16 years old. You want to play basketball all the fucking time. No matter where you go, like I make that post, you going to have on some hooping shorts. Don't give a fuck where you go, you got some hooping shorts underneath. You may be going to your mama's friend's house, but you're going to have the hooping shorts underneath just in case she might have a son and he might have a basketball goal. You ain't never met
Facts.
this lady before. You know, this your mama's coworker. You don't
gotta
know
be
nothing
prepared
about
for
this
everything.
lady, but you got to be prepared.
And who's to say that there's not just a random basketball goal in the middle of the street
Or across the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Who knows? You might have to.
So fucking, whenever sophomore year comes around, and I'm fucking like, mind you, whenever sophomore year comes around, I'm in fucking basketball class. I start off the season in basketball class, which was like tryouts, 4th period. Because in JV varsity, like it's 4th period, right? I don't know if it was still whenever you were there, but it was 4th period.
After your sophomore year, you get 4th period athletics.
No, ours was after freshman year. Freshman athletics was
No, that's what I'm saying. Like entering your sophomore year.
Okay, yeah, you said after, but you mean entering. Okay,
yeah,
so you're entering sophomore year. Yes, you got 4th period athletics. So 4th period athletics.
Yeah, no, I was out there dying every fucking year.
And I run through this shit. So 4th period athletics, fucking basketball, fucking tryouts is the first week of fucking school. Me and my homeboy B Miller, we out there fucking straight fucking killing it like a motherfucker. We out there killing it on the fucking tryouts and shit. Put the list up, neither me or B's name up there. I kind of knew all my name wasn't up there. Like he just wasn't fucking with me after all that fucking skipping and going to the gym to hoop instead of all that shit. B had got caught with weed the year before. So even though we could have fucking been the all-stars of that motherfucker and there was still no way. Coach Bell was the type, he wanted to run a good, clean program. Like, if you did something 2 years before, hell, you could have done something in middle school. If he knew about that, you weren't going to be on his fucking squad type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so fucking, after that, basically, like, we just basically give up on fucking basketball dreams type shit. Like, I'm going to Carroll. I ain't finna leave and go to another school. Like, this wasn't the time it is now where it's like, well, fuck that, I'm finna just go back to West Oso. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, well, fuck, I'm here now. I ain't make the team, so I guess I'm fucking stuck here. What's next? So we just basically just start thugging it at that point. Fucking junior year, we still, what was that? Yeah, that was like, no, that was still sophomore. Yeah, sophomore year. So we just basically I start skipping school all the time, every fucking day. And then I end up fucking, my peoples found out that I was skipping school and they made me go back to West Oso. So I went back and forth to West Oso and Carroll like 2 or 3 times. Hell yeah. But yeah, my music journey starts also too. This is probably like summer of 8th grade, summer of 7th grade. I can't exactly remember. I'm at my homeboy Les' house and we had a Gateway computer. Do you remember Gateway computers with the mouse?
Yep.
I mean, not with the mouse, with the cow logo.
Yep.
The one with the cow logo.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker would come in a box that had a cow print. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So fucking my grandpeoples ordered us a Gateway computer when them hoes first came out. So we had a Gateway computer. I remember being
Big ass monitor, big.
hell yeah. Remember being at my homeboy's house one day, going back to my house, and my brother fucking comes up to me and he's all fucking shocked, and he's like, bro, look at this shit. I found this fucking DJ program on on the internet. The internet was so brand new. It was like, how the fuck did you even find this shit? It was called PC DJ. And I remember, so we was on Napster. So we would have like all these songs. You probably don't even know what Napster.
I ain't never heard of that one.
You know what LimeWire and iMesh and all that shit is? Casa.
I remember LimeWire. We had LimeWire. Yeah, but LimeWire kills your computer though.
All those shits were fucking cousins of Napster. Napster was the original. Napster was the original peer-to-peer file sharing program, and then after Napster got shut down, that's when LimeWire, Casa, and iMesh, and every other one fucking popped up after fucking Napster got shut down type shit. So when I get home, my brother showed me, hey, I found this program and you can slow down and you can screw, he didn't even say slow, you can screw and chop songs. He's like, check this out. So he puts on Ludacris, What's Your Fantasy? He's like, I wanna lick you from your head to your toes. And he chops it up and shit like that. I'm like, bro, I'm just fucking amazed at this shit. Like, I'd never seen no shit like, cause we be listening to like Swish House and DJ Screw, but my brother was doing it like on the fucking computer. And even though it was like a trial version, like just to be able to do that shit, we were like fucking in awe and shit. Just like, damn, this is fucking badass and shit. And mind you, my grandma and them, they had like turntables and record players and all types of record at the house and shit. But what they had, there was no pitch. You couldn't slow it down. So everything that we would fuck around with that or emulate, it was just basically just scratching.
Yeah.
We had no way to like try to mimic DJ Screw or nothing like that type shit. So even though that shit was on a computer, it was like, well, hell, we could get all of our favorite songs and slow them and chop them. We didn't know how to record. We didn't know how to do nothing, but we could listen to our favorite songs
and slow it and chop it
on this fucking program like a motherfucker.
That's crazy. So we first start experimenting, right? When do we say, you know what? I can do this shit for real, for real. Because there's always that moment, just like when, like you said with basketball, like, I think I got something.
Hell
like,
yeah.
What was that moment like when you're like,
oh, that shit probably lasted for like a couple of months, and then I think it was like gone or some shit like that. But it wasn't available. Like basically, you would have to bring your homeboy over, bring him into the room, and show him.
Yeah.
There was no way to put it on a tape or a CD or nothing. Or if it was, we weren't that advanced with a fucking computer. You know what I'm saying? Like our computer didn't even have a burner. That motherfucker just had a CD-ROM. This is in the days where the CD burner probably cost like $500. Our shit just had a straight fucking CD-ROM on that motherfucker type shit. So even though like we would fuck around, we wasn't able to do shit. So it probably wasn't until probably like 2000, probably like 2 or 3, where we get a fucking CD burner and we're able to fucking like make mixes and put them on CDs. And by that, we're able to make mixes and put them on CDs, but we're just putting them on CD, and this isn't even using PC DJ shit. We're making mixes and putting them on CDs, and we're just riding around with our homeboys just listening to the motherfuckers in their car. My homeboy comes and picks me up, we cruising around, we smoke it, we just fucking jamming that CD. Whenever I get out that car, I'm taking that fucking CD out. There was nothing that I was selling or nothing. And I remember going to my one homeboy, Willie's house. His homeboys were all a bunch of Bloods. They were all from the west side for fucking goddamn, I can't even remember them fucking guys. Lulac. They were all from fucking Lulac. They were all a whole bunch of Bloods from a apartment complex on the west called Lulac. And we're over there chilling, we're over there with Willie, and I'm kind of like intimidated, you know what I'm saying? I'm young as fuck. These niggas all red ragged, all on their face, whole red Dickies, red t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? Red hat. And fucking, we're jamming one of the CDs that I made, and Willie's homeboy basically says, man, this fucking CD's fucking jamming, bro. Man, who made this shit? And I was like, bro, I made it. He's like, man, we sell it to me. I'll buy this bitch right now for fucking, can't remember if he gave me $10 or $20, but he was like, I want to buy this CD right fucking now. And that was the only copy of that CD that I had. I didn't have no other copies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have no duplicators and no shit like that. So I basically That was in the days when niggas was just trying to hustle up money to get some weed. I was like, man, I could go make another motherfucking CD.
Yep.
So I fucking sold him that CD, and from that point, that was whenever I knew I could make money off it. Because before then, I knew the shit was jamming. Because whenever I ride around with my homeboys and we would listen to it, all my homeboys were saying this shit's jamming. Man, this shit sound better than Michael Watts. This shit sound better than the Swisher House shit. You know what I'm saying? They telling me shit like that, but
you thinking these niggas just gassing you up because they the homies?
They just my homeboys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just gassing me up. Exactly. This shit ain't nothing special shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So you sell him the CD, right? Now
it still doesn't take off to where it's nothing to where I'm like, fucking like, hey, I'm finna press up fucking 10 or 20 or 30 copies of fucking 50 copies or 100 copies to try to sell this shit. Like, it still was just like, okay, that was cool. I made a little bit of money, but still didn't strike me as if I could make some fucking money off of this shit. So at that point, I was just making like mixtapes. Like spring break would come around, and at this point, we got like turntables and shit. Spring break, I remember the one specific CD, Spring Break 2004. This was probably like the first spring break CD I had did like a spring. So all the songs that were like hot that spring break, like 50 Cent, The Game, and all that shit, I slowed and chopped them and I put them on a CD. And I went out there to spring break, and me and my homeboy was jamming the fuck out that shit. He had like a system in his car and all that shit. And even though we didn't have no copies to sell, to us that was like our anthem for that fucking spring break, that fucking CD type shit. You know what I'm saying? And just by then, like everybody was doing like spring break CDs, like Freestyle King, Swisher House, fucking everybody would like all these Texas-based groups would drop in their spring break CDs. But in my mind, I'm still in high school, so I'm not even.
You're not even thinking about pushing this. Much less not even
thinking. I know I ain't even got the money to do this shit. Even though they shit look like bullshit, I just ain't got the money to do this shit. Like even on a small level, if I wanted to. So we just got to enjoy it amongst the homeboys type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it did eventually get to a point where people would buy CDs off me, and I would just start writing on them. But these were like people that you would probably be like, "Hey, can you make me a CD?" And I tell you, give me the songs you want. You pay me, I make you the CD. But that was maybe coming like once every fucking 6 months type shit. It wasn't nothing like every fucking week I'm doing a fucking CD for somebody. That was like one. I was doing way more CDs back then. It's like the total opposite of now. I was doing way more CDs back then for myself than I was doing for actual people. And now I do way more CDs for other people than I do for myself. So it's kind of like fucking flip this course type shit, which is crazy now I'm sitting there thinking about it type shit.
Oh yeah. So what was the biggest moment in your DJing career? Like, oh shit, I am DJing for this party. I got this event, or I'm DJing for this person.
Man, I've had like different moments. Probably my most proudest moments was the shit that I did myself. When I was to say did myself, like you could DJ a concert for somebody and be like, yeah, that was dope, because I've DJ concerts and that was dope. They were highlight moments, but was the crowd really there to see me? Yeah. I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of these niggas that say, man, them niggas, I had fucking 10,000 people to show up to see me, because I've DJed for crowds of 5,000 to 10,000 people. But I know fucking realistically, those 5,000 to 10,000 people were there to see fucking Post Malone and whoever the other fucking acts were. They weren't there to fucking see me. We just were blessed with an opportunity to fucking be in front of those 5,000 to 10,000 people type shit. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like the nigga controlling the lights, like, hey, bro, these niggas came to see me, nigga.
Hell yeah.
Look at me shine the lights on that nigga Posty right now. See all that nigga face tag.
Hell yeah.
I got you.
So one of my proudest moments, man, I can't remember the name of this mixtape, man. It was probably like in 2013. I had 2012 or 2013. I think it was 2012. I had just did a little bit in TDC, and I had just got out, and I had my homeboy, he had donated me some like music equipment. He gave me like a badass CD burner that you could burn faces on and everything. So I did a mixtape, and whenever I did a mixtape, I like pressed it up and I sold it at the Hive Barbershop, which was a barbershop over there on fucking, used to be on Castores. We put copies in there and it sold real good type shit. So that was a moment there, but it still wasn't like a moment. It was like, well, that was posted up in the barbershop. My homeboy was marketing it to everybody who fucking came and got a haircut. So it was basically like, hey, my homeboy Raps, you want to buy a CD and you just don't want to be an asshole. So you like, well, fuck it, I'll buy that motherfucker type shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got a bunch of sales just off of that. But then in fucking 2014, I dropped a CD. Whenever that song, Got the Club Going Up on a Tuesday, I did a mixtape called On a Tuesday, and I put that song with like a whole bunch of like hot songs on that motherfucker. Like all the hot songs that were on, like Ray Schmurder and all that shit. I ain't got no type, like all that
Bro,
shit.
you know what's crazy? Like that was that's my era. And to think that you were able to slow and chop those songs.
Yeah.
Because those aren't normal tempo and cadence songs to actually be able to chop and slow like that, in my opinion. So that takes a lot of skill, bro. So, So how many units of that one do you think you pushed out? If you had to like guess a number?
This was the thing. Whenever I did on a Tuesday, I had released that Hive mixtape probably like a year and a half prior. So whenever I did on a Tuesday, I kind of had like been faded away for a while. Like in Corpus, I don't just probably like anywhere, but people don't want to admit this shit, but if you out of sight, bro, you out of mind. Let's just keep it 100. If you out of sight, you out of mind. Niggas disappear for a year, 6 months, a couple of months, and think they just supposed to pop back up, and everybody's supposed to be like you was. Bro,
hey, where you been?
Yeah, no, out of
nigga.
sight, out of fucking mind, and that's just what it is. You niggas can accept that shit or not, but that's just what it is. So whenever I dropped that on a Tuesday, I was kind of like, damn, bro, am I even gonna sell any copies of this motherfucker? So I pressed it up myself and everything. I got the cover art made. I fucking put them together all myself. Fucking the next morning, I fucking posted on Fab, posted the night before that, hey, I'm dropping this CD the next day. I've been promoting it because I got the cover done. I've been promoting it for like a week, 2 weeks, and then I got the press them all up myself. Then the next day I dropped it and I posted. I got the CDs ready. Man, my inbox was like blowing up, bro, where I was just meeting people all over town to sell that damn CD like it was like dope.
Sheesh.
And this was me all on my own. It wasn't like I put it in the store and people were just buying it because they were visiting it. This was literally people just hitting me up, wanting to meet up with me so they could buy that damn CD. Even people that I didn't know, like, hey, I was in my homeboy's car and I heard that CD. Hey, can I meet up with you and buy a copy of that? And to me, that was like one of like the best memories of my music career. Just see something that I did on my own type shit. Like I didn't necessarily have nobody's help. And it was to the point where after I sold that first batch, I was pressing up so many that I was basically like wholesaling them to people. So, hey, here's 20 copies for $100. You go sell them for $10 and make you $200. So I was literally dropping. It got to the point where I started dropping them off to places. So I built up the demand on my own to where giving them to them for $5 and telling them to sell them for $10 so they can make money off of a motherfucker too type shit. Everybody eats off this shit. So with that CD on a Tuesday, man, that shit was so fucking hot. That shit literally like basically walked me into a store. Me and my homeboy B Miller, we were just cruising, chilling, smoking one day. The CD was hot as fuck and he just hit me up like, hey, what you doing? I want to buy like 20 more copies. All right, let's link up. So I ended up meeting up with them and we ended up just cruising, smoking, and we ended up talking about, man, we should open up a store one day, bro. Like, sell your mixtapes in that motherfucker. Like, hell yeah, that would be dope. Like, DJ Screw got his own store. Like, sell my mixtapes. Like, nobody else shit. This is my shit out that motherfucker. So we're like, hell yeah, that would be dope as fuck. Well, why don't we, like, we should just do it right now. Fuck. Man, not even fucking 30 minutes later, bro, we talked about the business aspect. We didn't even talk about the business aspect. When I say the business aspect, like, how much money you got in your pocket right now? This is what I got in my pocket right now. Shit, that's enough. Let's go downtown. Because all it costs in actuality to open up a business, all it costs is a DBA is like, I don't know what it is now, but I want to say back then a DBA was like $15. And the fucking tax license was like fucking like $50 or $60 if it was like $30 each. So we ended up, after like less than $90 and 30 minutes later, we literally had the Plug mixtapes and Urban Apparel. We didn't have not one shirt. We didn't have not one piece of merchandise. We didn't even have a storefront. But
we had the business.
We had the business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So less than 30 minutes later and less than $90 later, we were fucking on paperwork as a Plug mixtapes and Urban Apparel. We're headed downtown thinking of a name like The Connect. Nah, that's some bullshit. Like, then we came up on the Plug shit, and that's when we stuck with the Plug.
So how did Urban Apparel get attached to it? Or was that something like to actually keep the business going opposed to just mixtapes? No,
well, yeah, that too. And we were like, well, our whole thing was instead of like just, we could open up a store and just sell straight music, but it's already like 3 or 4 like straight music stores in Corpus. So let's separate ourselves. Let's do like a hip hop shop. You know what I'm saying? Like there were a few hip hop shops, no knock to nobody that was doing it, but there were a few hip hop shops in Corpus, but a lot of people was just selling like basic, like a Cheech and Chong t-shirt, a Tupac t-shirt, a fucking Snoop Dogg t-shirt. So we wanted to be like
the surface of the culture.
The surface of the culture. So we wanted to dig deeper. We were like, let's go out of town and get merchandise and bring this shit to Corpus and sell it here. It's like, so where people ain't got to go out of town to get their shit. And you know ain't nobody else going to be wearing the same shit that you got because we got this shit from somewhere else. We didn't get this shit here. So, of course, nobody's going to be wearing the same shit that you wearing type shit. So that was where the urban apparel part came in because we were going to sell clothes too. And we didn't even, at that point, we weren't even like, we're going to do our own clothing brand. We were just like, we're going to sell other people's clothes. We're going to order clothes online wholesale or drive out of town and buy clothes wholesale and come back and sell it here retail.
I like that. The mind of a hustler, bro.
Hell yeah.
I respect it. We need to start another store. Let's do it. So, DJ Lil King is now sitting on the throne of the Riding High Empire, right? How the hell did that happen? Like, are we sitting in this room right now? Like, because like, let's be honest. Let's look at the whole goddamn situation, King. Real quick. Elementary school, we bounced the fuck around.
Yeah.
Middle school, bounce. High school, we bounced the fuck around. Now we start DJing. Like, I don't like this shit. Whatever. Oh shit, I can do this shit. Hey, bro, let's go get a store.
Hell yeah.
Now, how the hell does one go from all of that to this?
Because at the store, we built our name up so much that literally people would come into the store and like look at us and be like, man, y'all niggas from Houston, right? Y'all niggas ain't from y'all niggas ain't where y'all from? Y'all from like California? Y'all from Florida? Like niggas, and whenever we would tell people, because we weren't shy about it, we didn't hide it. Like we wanted people to know, like, these are niggas from Corpus that are doing this. Like, you could do this too. Like, we weren't on no trying to keep the game to ourselves. We wanted other people to know, nigga, we're niggas in Corpus that are doing this shit. You could do this shit too, type shit. So we would tell people, nah, we from Corpus, and people would be fucking amazed as fuck whenever they would find out that we were from Corpus,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Like straight up, like that shit would fucking amaze fucking the fuck out of people. So we ended up doing like a couple of locations of the plug and shit like that. And eventually
there was more than one location?
We had a location in the Trade Center.
I know about that one.
Then we ended up moving to where So Blindy was, 4701 Airs. We were there for like 6 months, and then I ended up moving back to the Trade Center, and I was there for like another 6 months. And then it was just, shit just wasn't popping the way it was whenever we first started. So the love just wasn't there for me no more. And at that point, I was already ready for the next venture. The next venture. I had a business partner, no knock to my business partner, but at that point, I just wanted to do something on my own. I didn't want to be tied to nobody because
you want to make your own decisions type shit.
Make my own decisions because, like I always tell people, if you and somebody could be 50-50 partners, 50-51, 51 49, and regardless, y'all go both have to agree to the decision. Even if you're 50-50, y'all both have to agree to the decision for the decision to go down. And I want to be the person to make decisions on my own. I don't want to have to ask somebody what they think about something type shit.
I feel you. So
I left the plug, basically just fucking let it go. Started working a job at Kiewit over there at fucking oil field over there fucking across the bridge. I was working at Kiewit with some of my homies who I knew from high school, and they were some of my actual customers that would come visit me at the plug and buy shit. But I didn't even look at them as customers. These were my homeboys that we just sell merchandise to, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up working at fucking Kiewit. And that was whenever I had just left the plug, and we were fucking, I'm telling them the whole time, like, man, fuck this. Like, I'm finna make some money.
I can't do this 9 to 5 shit.
My whole plan was I'm finna work at Kiewit, make some fucking money, and go and start a whole new store.
Yeah.
But the whole time I'm thinking, like, I ain't finna revive the plug. Everybody's like, bro, just bring the plug back. Nah, I wasn't trying to revive the plug. I didn't want to revive the plug, so I wanted to start something else. So I'm working over there at Kiewit, and I'm fucking come up with the Riding High. And mind you, when I'm working at Kiewit, I'm telling my homeboys, my whole plan was I'm finna get another storefront. I'm finna stack up like 5-10 G's, and I'm finna go open up another store because I already know what it takes. I know what money it takes. I still got all the connections I got, so it ain't gonna take me much to fucking open up another.
And you know where you messed up at.
I know where I messed up at, so I know where I know what I need to fucking do. My homeboys are telling me, man, you just need to let that shit go, bro. That shit's dead. You just need to fucking work here with us. And mind you, the job was
crabs in a bucket.
The job was just a turnaround. You know what a turnaround is?
Nigga, you here today, we gonna turn around and go to the next city and we leaving your ass here.
No, a turnaround is us. If they tell you work a turnaround, like say you get hired for a turnaround means it's a 90-day job. So in 90 days, nigga, you finna be back unemployed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, we finna turn around and go to the next job. Like, we leaving your ass here, nigga.
Hell yeah.
We on the same time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, that's fucking crazy. So,
we doing a turnaround. Them niggas trying to get put on with the company permanently. I'm like, fuck this. I'm just here for turnaround. I'm finna go start my own shit.
He's like, I'm using these 90 days to the best of my ability.
Hell yeah.
This is my workforce probationary period.
Hell yeah.
Nigga,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not staying.
Hell yeah.
So, because honestly, bro, I got that same dilemma. Like, I personally would never work in the refineries because I think them niggas work too damn much and too damn hard.
Slave shit.
You know what I mean? Because, like, what's the point of work? You work 180 hours a week.
And you get to brag about all the money you make, but you never get to fucking enjoy it.
Your family get to spend it.
Fuck
your
that.
family enjoys
Fuck
it.
that. I'm going to enjoy the fruits of my labor. My girl already know that's the type of nigga I am. Fuck that.
And I got the same
I ain't finna be
issue.
working hard so y'all niggas can live good and not me. Fuck that. We gonna all live good.
We all going on vacation, nigga.
Hell yeah.
We all going to get mani-pedi today, honey.
Hell yeah. Fuck that. Hell yeah.
Man, so they try to talk you out of it, try to shut your dreams down. And that happens a lot in this city, if you're asking me. So we got a couple of more minutes before we got to get out of here. But I really want to know, like, first of all,
the podcast. Let me get to the podcast. I'll get to it right quick. So I kind of went ahead a little bit. So I started the job at Kiewit in like January or February of 2017. I think it was like late January 2017. But on a week before New Year's 2017, I didn't even know Freak Man. Ramon's
Freak
Man. For y'all that don't know,
he's in the chat.
I didn't even know him. And we were, I think we had both threw out ideas about doing some type of like show or something. And I can't even remember how we ended up linking up, but we ended up reaching out to each other, and we ended up planning to do a show on New Year's. I can't even remember what night it was. I'm high as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, Freak. But so you probably have to let us know in the comments. But we
put it in the chat. You know, Freak Man remember everything.
Man, was it New Year's Eve? I can't remember. It was New Year's Eve or 2 days before New Year's. But we ended up deciding to do a show, and we did a show called The Cave, and it was just supposed to be a one-off show. We did the show called The Cave. We invited like some local artists. I can't even remember if we did performances on there. Yeah, we just wanted to collab, so we did The Cave. And it was just supposed to be a one-off episode, but that shit was just so live that we were like, hey, you want to do this again? And we were both like, hell yeah. So we ended up doing like another episode of The Cave, and then we just, the momentum was just growing, so we just kept it going. We just kept on going with The Cave. So the Cave is actually probably what I would say is like the beginning of my podcast journey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, like, how the hell did you figure out how to work all this goddamn equipment? Because, like, nigga, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, because Jordan's my dog. So I was there like when he first decided to like, bro, fuck this work shit. I'm going full on the music. And that nigga did not know how to do shit on the goddamn computer, but press the record button. Now he's fucking amazing. Getting niggas in Austin to like want to record with him type shit. How the fuck did you figure this shit out?
Because we're in a day and age to where if you want to learn some shit and you want somebody to teach you it, man, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10. 7 times out of 10, they gonna want to charge you. 8 times out of 10, they gonna want to charge you to learn some shit. And we're also in a day and age where you could just get on YouTube and learn a lot of this shit too. But I've learned a lot of this shit just by pressing the buttons from DJing. Shit, not even necessarily in my dreams, but just laying down in my bed thinking, hey, if I do this tomorrow on the turntable, will it make this sound? And then come in the next day and trying it, and it works. So you know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
the same kind of obsession I get when I'm like writing a song type shit. Like I'll go to sleep, beat still playing in my head.
Yeah, hell yeah. Exactly.
So I feel you.
Hell yeah.
But man, that's fucking crazy, bro, because like the platform, like when I ain't gonna lie, when Cantu first hit me up, like, hey bro, you wanna come on a podcast? I'm like, I bet, whatever. Like, I was expecting to see him, and like I'm like, who the fuck is this black dude right here?
Oh, you thought it was gonna be him by himself?
I thought we were going to his crib.
Already.
Like, I thought and then like to see the studio that you've been able to create, because I'm pretty sure it didn't start like this.
Nah, this shit was just an empty room with just a fucking table.
Nigga, I've been trying to figure out this was a fucking garage this whole time.
Nah, the garage is next door.
So to go from that to the studio to doing things like the Smoke Walk. You'll get one next February, the first Friday in February. Smoke Walk. Hit up DJ
hell
for
yeah.
all the details.
Smoke Walk, I think it's February 7th, if I ain't mistaken.
February 7th, the next Smoke Walk. If you've never been to one.
Well, it can't be the 7th. It got to be the 6th, because if it was the 7th, then it would be on the 1st. So I think it's the 6th. February 6th, if I ain't mistaken.
See, look, he already know, and he ain't even made no plans for nobody to be there yet. But like, bro, so I say all that to say this, like, the platform's amazing. You know what I mean?
I already appreciate it.
Like, from the YouTube to the Facebook, like everything's uniform. Like the logos are dope. If you can only figure out that goddamn green screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I know we got to get up out of here soon, but Freak said something in the comments, bro. I swear on that. And correct me if I'm wrong, Freak, but I remember that first cave, like just being so afraid to click that live button because it's like
you can't no turning back. Nigga. There's no turning back, nigga. Bro, that's nigga. Check this out, because I'm kind of in the same boat. Because I know I told you earlier I want to sync my TikTok and my PS5, right?
Yeah,
nigga, I'm so nervous about going on there and getting my ass smoked in NCAA and Madden because the comment section is unforgiving, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like so. And for everybody else, we appreciate the platform that you built.
Really?
One of the OGs of the city.
Sure. Appreciate y'all. Hell yeah. For
and
sure.
You got anything else you want to add? Anything we left out? I know we skipped over a lot of shit.
Yeah, we do this again in a couple of weeks.
We got a little bit more time. I'll come in. See, he said that's because I got here early. He was like, bro, you got here early. We started right on time, honey.
Hell yeah.
So we'll drop part 2. Hey, it's been real. We appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. I love this camera, by the way. I'm glad you're figuring that out.
Yeah.
Like that motherfucker clean and crispy. Hey, you look like Ricky right now.
I do look like my little brother.
You look like Ricky right now. Yeah. But hey, it's been fun. It's been real. I'm hitting it. What's the green one do?
Wrong song.
Oh. Anyway, we out, gang. Appreciate y'all's time. Yes, sir. Shout out Freak Man in the chat, too.
Yeah, shout out Freak Man.
We got to get Freak Man in there.
From unknowns to known for damn show, man. Hell
yes, sir. Y'all be good.
Y'all make sure y'all follow us all streaming platforms at Riding Hot Podcast, man.
Make sure you follow your boy, Lucky Lamar.
Yeah, y'all tune. Hey, y'all tune into his TikTok, man. He
follow me on TikTok.
Damn, they got a death sentence a couple of days ago, but hey, they freed him, man. Goddamn. Hey.